In 2011, our Virginia and North Carolina farming operations continue to adapt to record-breaking volatility in weather and markets. Just as they have always done, Virginia and North Carolina farmers are managing their opportunity and risk to make crop-producing acres more profitable than ever through improvements in marketing strategy, soil quality management, and higher-yielding genetics. In the 2011 growing season, it was evident that drought and heat stress is the single greatest influence on yield for the majority of farms that we serve. We've heard from many growers whose Seed Consultants hybrids responded with yields above their expectations.
This is a 38, and we've always had good success with the 38. This year it was wet right after we planted it and leached out these low spots, and then it turned dry and it stayed dry. But it's still yielding well, and it's a good performing corn. I really like the 38. I want to say it's my fourth year of 38 in very adverse conditions. And it does great in good conditions, but it still performs in dry conditions, and that's what we've got to have. Well, as far as forage quality, in my opinion, it's second to none. I really like the quality of forage it produces. We can make milk off of 38. The grain to forage ratio has always been a good in the 38. It's not a big old heavy stalk, and it's always produced a lot of grain in the ear.
This corn this is just an awesome corn. This corn's got some flex to it, and it's got some top end yield potential, and it's a healthy plant. It's a good stalk. It's very good on diseases, and as you can see, it makes a real good ear. AGT 30 is it's a corn to replace 45 for us in the Piedmont area. It speaks for itself. The corn speaks for itself.
This year I had 3 or 4, possibly 5 hybrids on my farm, and the AGT 30 was in a class of its own. It was by far my best hybrid.
You may recall that we made SCS 11HQ70 from Seed Consultants our top silage recommendation for silage growers last year. So how is that working out for area silage growers? Let's take a look and you be the judge.
Well, I've planted some HQ70 this year, been really pleased with it. It was actually my highest yielding hybrid that I've chopped so far, and I expect it to be my highest yielding hybrid this year. What I've seen from it, I like in that it's a very tall plant, it's a big plant. That followed with what I'm seeing in the research on the research side of it, very good quality. Forage quality is important to me. We've been pursuing that for years here on our farm, and it seems like the HQ70 has that quality package built in with the quantity. So we're seeing yield and we're seeing quality. That's a really nice package. I did have it planted in a field where I had 2 other hybrids side by side. It did better than the other 2 hybrids.
We've planted quite a bit of 11HQ70 for our silage corn, and it turned out real well this year. And we had one field that did right at 33 tons. We planted all on 15-inch rows, but all of it was 25 ton plus, and so it turned out real nice. Get a perspective here to the viewers on just how tall this corn is and how thick it is in here at, what did you say, 35,000? 36,000. 36,000 plants per acre, 15-inch rows. The ears are 6 feet off the ground. Anybody likes big tonnage corn should try 1170.
Robert has had some pretty bad years here before, and this year he got through it okay, and I feel like part of that is the type of hybrids we've started to position here, and they look pretty nice. Robert, what do you have to comment as far as what you've seen over the years?
Well, I think one of our keys was getting it out in good time this year. We got it out on May the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and that got us off to a good start. We had good rains through the end of June, and then it stopped raining. We didn't have rain for about 6 weeks. Now here it's starting to rain again, but It was really dry, but it continued just to push on up there, and really it's pretty outstanding corn. I'm really excited about this harvest.
Now that's a silage champion to be reckoned with. Now, let's consider the grain production side of our lineup. Just as research told us that SCS 11HQ70 is the right answer for silage production, testing data could not have been more clear that SC11AGT30 had to be at the top of the list for grain production acres. So that's what we recommended. Again, you decide if we made the right move.
First year we've ever grown this variety. Looked good from the very start. We've had sufficient rain, not too much. We had a couple dry spells, late May, late June, but this never suffered. It looked good all the way.
Yeah, we had it with another variety, and we started shelling it, and it just really cranked out compared to the others. And we didn't plant but 40 acres because it's a new variety and just wanted to try it. And we planted right at 100 acres this year, and it really turned out pretty well for us. We had the crop insurance adjuster come in and check. We haven't checked this farm here, but about a mile down the road, all the fields, they averaged between 192 bushel, and the better ones were 224 bushel. And I hope this is going to be, I think it'll do over 200 bushel, but we'll have to wait and see. We've had several of our neighbors and some friends of ours that came over and looked at it with me, and everybody that's seen it's been pretty impressed with it. Had a few people even wanting to get some for this season to try it on their farm.
It will come as no surprise that sales of SC11AGT30 have soared, making it our top-selling hybrid, and we expect that trend to continue in 2012 as SC11AGT30 is continuing to dominate Virginia and North Carolina testing results. You'd be correct to assume that we're excited about SC11AGT30 and SCS11HQ70, but that's no excuse for complacency. Our customers have grown to expect industry-leading corn varieties correctly positioned for their production goals. So, for 2012, we've added several new hybrids to our class of regionally adapted varieties. Let's take a look at these new lines with Dale Armstrong.
The parentage on this plant gives us an extremely high level of drought and heat stress tolerance, and we see it as a good silage alternative here in the Shenandoah Valley. 11AQ72 has excellent leaf blight resistance, particularly on northern corn leaf blight, which we've seen come into the valley in the last few years and give us some problems in terms of shortening our window for harvest on silage. We see here today that the 1172 is by far the best green life retention variety in this test. We think 1172 will be an excellent companion hybrid to our 11HQ70 and our 11HQ39, both excellent silage varieties in their own right. So my recommendation this year is that you diversify some of your silage acres into this new 117-day variety.
This new variety, 11HR31, we're really liking the looks out of it. The health is there, the agronomics are there with the stalk and the roots, and looks to have a tremendous potential over and above the 11HQ39 on peak yield.
We've been growing seed consultants for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and the last 2 years we've planted nothing but seed consultant, and we've been very pleased. It's quality seed and it's done a good job for us.
I guess one thing that's that I've liked about Seed Consultant, I've planted their seed for a few years. They have a good price, competitive price on their seed, and I'm seeing seed corn that performs. It yields, it does its job at a good price and good quality. So all around, I like what I'm seeing, and I'll be planting more of it.
Locally adapted varieties and the latest technology. That's a powerful combination for your farm. Our customers and dealers are the heart of our seed business. We take it very seriously when you commit corn acreage to Seed Consultant Seed. It's teaming with forward-thinking growers like you that makes the idea of moving yields forward a reality. We look forward to working with you on your 2012 crop.